Make sure everything's running good, because my frames like to drop for like the briefest moments. Make sure everything's running smooth. Let me fix my mic too because it's wobbly. One second. Alright, everything's good. CPU's good, frame's good, no skipping. Looks like we're good. I'm kind of close to the camera. It looks a little weird. Hold on. Let me make sure everything's good. All right, Yep, everything seems to run smoothly. No equipment problems today. All right, now I can do my awkward ass intro. I had a brain fart for a second. What is up, Storm Nation? My name is That Quiet Storm, and today we'll be playing the Great Ace Attorney, as I've been putting it off for like a long time. I don't know, I just haven't had the urge to like set up. It's a real hassle to try to set up the Switch for my stream, so I've been like putting it off for a while. But I can't keep putting it off. I gotta know the rest of the story. So today I felt like playing the Ace Attorney, and that's I guess what we're playing today. If you've been to any of my Ace Attorney streams, you already know my voice acting is a little ass. So if this is your first time watching me voice act for the Great Attorney, good luck, because my voice acting is trash. Oop, I dropped my remote. But anyways, let me go ahead and get ready to start. Let me set this up one more time. Put this on the bigger screen. What was that? Put this on a bigger screen so I can actually see it. And there we go. All right. Oh, actually, let me stop the music too, because you won't need it for this game at least. Pause. Minimize. Play. Alright, I believe we're on the second episode, if I remember correctly. Yeah, second episode, the beginning of the second episode. I vaguely remember what happened in the first episode, so we're just gonna continue on from here.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
9th January, 6:37 a.m. on board the steamship. Oh, okay. I didn't even press anything. I didn't even know what steamship I'm on, but okay. I probably couldn't say it anyway.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script.
What's up, Slav?
And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
We're not watching
This
anime,
famous
we're
scene
playing
was
a
placed
game, my
just
guy.
prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see,
We're playing
in
the
less than
Great
5
Ace
seconds from
Attorney.
now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What?
Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah, yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Don't tell us
Who
again.
are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Oh, we're not in that closet. Oh no, I don't want to do it. My head is dropping. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Don't tell me we were in the closet. Don't tell me we were in the closet. Wait, I can't move. Oh my god. Again, we getting framed for murder again. This is the second time. This is the second time we getting framed for murder. Oh my god. We just can't stay out of trouble. We just can't stay out of trouble. This is in the first episode we got framed for murder, and now we're framed for murder again. We're about to get framed again. All right. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, I don't know what voice I want to give him. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You're a true cold-blooded man. You found me then. We found you. Wait, why do you say criminal like that? And now you pay, criminal. What was that? Hold on, 1 second. What was that? Oh, thank you for the star, Sattler. I appreciate that. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No. I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Oh no! Why'd you do it? Why'd you take his life? Miss... excuse me, I had to sneeze. Miss Usato. ... Wait, what did you just say? Take his life. ... Where is he? Where is Kazuma? Oh no, don't tell me somebody killed Kazuma. No. Please don't tell me they killed the homie No, they don't. They killed the homie Kazuma in the second episode. No way. Pretend you don't know. You're a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Please don't tell me they killed the homie. Oh no, they killed the homie. No, they killed the homie Kazuma. He was a real one. Why we had to kill him in the second episode already? It's always the best friend. Why is it always the best friend? He was the dope one. All right, let me have a moment of silence for Kazuma. No, we gotta figure out who killed this man. I gotta figure out who killed this man. Everybody's a suspect. Kazuma's son was Kazuma-san's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin. That was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. ... In these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-san's life? Answer me, please. No. I'm not screaming. I'm gonna pass on that one. Y'all get the point. I'm not screaming. And it's 2 o'clock at night. Oh, not 2 o'clock at night. It's late at night. I'm not screaming. No, I'm not getting in trouble from my neighbors. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Ha 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 ha. Do you not find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case on the floor, I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I broke every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock into Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling that Russians won't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? For our faithful assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point, surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, it would make her guilty by association. It'd be best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the stewards is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there. I think it won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my travel case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't I write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been out to sea for 15 days. How can this have happened? No, that's his canon name. That's the game name. I can't name characters on this one. That's his name. Thank you for the stars, by the way. We were supposed to be going to you messed me up. You messed up my flow. We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not the murderer. Duh, you said that, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. I can't do no Russian accent, so don't even ask me. Susato-san. ... Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. ... Very well. There's something I would like, but there's something I would like to ask of you, too. The eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. How'd he die? He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? ... And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Cosmo's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to this cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? ... This is impossible. How did he die then? What exactly happened? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Sasato-san, you have to tell me. ... The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experiment. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. About the incident. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Cosmo? Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say. You were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I do every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door? I wonder. What was that? That was somebody just made a loud... Hey, I hope no ghosts are in here, because somebody just made a loud knocking noise behind me. I'm gonna have to tell the ghost to calm down. I'm trying to play the game. I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Cosmo-san, collapsed on the floor. dot dot dot. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is very hard to believe, for me to believe too. Trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Ugh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? I hate saying his last name. You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Dot dot dot. Yes, of course. Kazuma-san invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't even know the reason myself. I don't understand. Oh, my mouse is all in the... Why nobody told me my mouse was right on the screen? Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Dot dot dot. I'm still trying to find out where this wind is coming from for this man. Yeah, she's the assistant in this game this time around. Not yet, but she's the assistant. In the first trial, he was my assistant when I did my first case defending myself. And then she came to help a little bit, but throughout the rest of the game, she should be my assistant. It's an idea that's been in my mind ever since the end of the incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I, that you ought to become a lawyer yourself? Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have the talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can't there? I don't know, you should come ask her yourself. Ask her if she's single yourself next time you see her. Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then... Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Hmm? Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something still bothering me a little. That look in his eyes then. I don't have her number. You can ask her yourself though. I barely know her. We're still getting to know you getting to know her just as much as me. Okay? So we can find out her number together. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san. I'm sorry that we've been keeping it a secret from you. My stowaway on this ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-san, I expect he was trying to protect me to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? ... Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. ... Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into the wardrobe here, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep? Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-san was killed? Well, yes. ... I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head is still throbbing like anything. Really? Oh, send me your ID then, and we'll play Mobile Legends together. ... Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Ugh. I need some water. My lips are dry. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Ugh. I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of the crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened there. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Well, we just got judo flipped. What the? That was a Susato takedown. What? Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in the court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I couldn't say that. for some reason. ... I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Boom, right here, a piece of paper.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck to the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always puts it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case a cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled the side from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. Her being upside down is messing with my eyes for some reason. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, is it possible that I killed Kazuma? ... Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Yes, because you being upside down is hurting my eyes for some reason. Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put up the sign back in position. Okay. Now I just got magic or something. Oh, yep. Just like I just was about to say that. What does she think I am? A magician? For now, I suggest you investigate it through. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you don't do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you to use your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here, examining everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Investigating time. All right. So let's see. We gotta find out who killed my boy Kazuma. He ain't even make it past the second episode. Can I go see the other side of the room, please? Oh, I gotta press it this way? Okay, just like the first one. Alright. Nothing here. Can't find anything out of place. Okay, nothing important here. This is... Yes. It's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. ... Shall we give it a little try? Yes. My nose. In the interest of culture research, obviously. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No. I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy, that's all. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Sasato-san? Whenever I am examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? I hate saying his name. Oh, they're telling me to. Yes, I already know. I already did. I'm sure you're careful to look around using left and right, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Yes, I know. Let's check the vent. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator, all through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must be connected to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough or something like that. I suppose maybe that's it. Check the bin. It was some 2 weeks since we set sails from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I'm playing it on the Switch. I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Though it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you have no idea what was happening out here in the cabinet. ... No, sadly not. ... Let's check the desk. This is where dear Cosmo-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. My friend's asking what your setup for this is, like on the Switch and whatnot. So I'm using a capture card is what I'm using. I'm using the capture card, and I got a HDMI cord connected from the Switch to the capture card to my laptop. And I got my laptop connected to my TV so I can see the my Streamlabs layout, and I can see everybody's comments and stuff, and I can see the game all at once. If you want to know what specific capture card I got the Elgato USB one. I don't have the fancy one. I have the cheap USB one. London Diary. Poor Cosmo. He didn't even make it to his destination. So if I'm playing it on my 55-inch TV, it's a big lag. It's a really big lag between my inputs on the Switch and what the TV displays. But if I'm how I have it right now, I have it on my I think this is a 35-inch TV. Maybe it's slightly smaller than a 35-inch. I think it's 35-inch. I have to check again. But on this small 35-inch TV, there's barely any lag. It's like barely. It's like a let's see, hold on. Wrong button. It's maybe like 1 second, 2 second delay between what I press and what's displayed. But since I'm not playing like Smash Bros or something, it's not that big of a deal because I'm playing a story game. But when I did stream Mario Kart, I did have to like adjust my play a little to time. I had to time everything a little bit earlier than what the game was showing me. So yeah, there's a small delay, but that's because I'm using the USB. Using a flash drive. If I had the regular Elgato, the more expensive one that's not the USB one, then there wouldn't be no delay at all. Like no delay whatsoever. But I got the cheap one for like $80. I think it was $80 more or less. And it's just literally just a flash drive. It literally just looks like a flash drive that you plug into your laptop and then you plug your HDMI into it. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete, which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened. I've played Binding of Isaac once. I've played a little bit of it on the PlayStation. I haven't played it on the Switch before. If you want me to, I can get it, but not right now. I have to wait till next paycheck. Next paycheck, I can get it. I still want to play Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, so eventually I'll be streaming that from the Switch. But if you want me to play Binding of Isaac, I'll play it. Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Did she flip me again? That's out of the question. My friends are suggesting it, so maybe give it a try. All right, I'll give it a try. Next time I get paid, I'll get it, and I'll see about streaming it. Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? ... Alright, I won't read it. Can I get from upside down, please? Thank you. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't really like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? ... What was that? What was that? Soul Mist? Yasmin Soul Mist, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know if I said your name right. I'm sorry. I butcher stuff all the time. Ask anybody and I butcher stuff all the time, but thank you for the follow. Okay. Let me take this one step at a time. Nothing here. Alright, let's start right here then. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes. I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized that foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Reading a story isn't romantic as it sounds. Welcome back, Slop. How you doing? Well, it was less painful than a Sasato takedown. Alright, let's look at the ink. Can we look at the ink? No, we can't look at the ink yet. Alright, I guess we're gonna look at these Russian words. Strong? What do you mean strong left? If you're talking about if he left for Japan, no, he hasn't left yet. He's on leave. Did Cosmo-san did Cosmo write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he was collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the ink in the spillage. Poor Cosmo-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain, and it's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Where this man came from? Who's that? He wasn't there a moment ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You noticed that man, you noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall, suspiciously tall. Now, Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I haven't had any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. What the hell is dialect? I have no idea what that is. I'm not multilingual as you are, Slop, so I don't know what dialect that is. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he's investigating Cosmo's desk. Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk to him. Am I just imagining it, or does Sasato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Okay, good. I don't have to. I can keep examining stuff. I don't want to look. I don't want to talk to this man yet. Give me a second. I want to keep looking around. The books have fallen over. No, that's my voice. I'm sorry. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mowed down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Cosmo-san was doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt that. Then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case? I wonder. My nose. My mustache hair is itching my nose. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. I'm gonna just leave him up there for a second. You're just gonna have to wait. I don't want to talk to him yet. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SSS Buruya. I don't know. I'm gonna say Buruya. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in the cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. ... What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. You're more of a dangerous object. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Is that it? Nope. There's something on the floor right here. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever this thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. He probably sliced it. Probably used a sword to slice it in half. This glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little... Huh? Netsuki fastener from a kimono outfit? I guess that's what that says. I'm not sure. That sounds like Cosmo. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like that, like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of a brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. I need some more water. Damn, reading so many times. Making my throat dry. I might need some more water soon because I'm running out of water. Oh, I clicked on the door. Okay. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been forcibly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. ... When she glares at me like that, I feel tensed. I feel tensed all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in this detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself, but the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they're sealed together perfectly. There would be no possible way of using a needle and a thread trick here, I'm afraid. ... When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all in down my spine. Alright, let's go to this side of the room. They killed my mans. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the crime scene. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. ... Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have been useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? ... Night. Of course not. Now, back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? For just a minute there, you seemed a little flustered. Okay, this Japanese... Oh, Joy-Con drift. I have Joy-Con drift in my left controller, so... That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this ship. I suppose that shows just how important it is to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. ... Nothing. This. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was very tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Sasato-san. I ate it on the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. He didn't touch it. Which means all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. How so, Slop? You want me to explain anything to you? Go ahead and ask any questions you need. I can answer the questions while I'm reading. There's nothing on this table at all. Oh, the light turned off. Hold on 1 second. The light keeps turning off. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Where's my... Oh. Okay, there we go. Now the light's fixed. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No, wait. No, wait a minute. I get it like a murder mystery thing, but I don't know the word. I get it like a murder mystery thing, but I don't know the word other than confused for it. Is the whole game like you don't understand what the game is about, or you just confused about like explain? Like, cause the whole game is I'm basically a defense lawyer. And I go around investigating crime scenes and such, and trying to Well, right now I'm about to defend myself because obviously I'm being accused of killing my friend. And this is the second episode, so of course you're a little confused about what's going on. So the first episode, I was accused of killing a professor at the university I was studying at. And me and my friend Kazuma stood a trial, and basically I defended myself and I got away. We found out this lady, this English woman, killed the professor, blah, 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 basically. And I got away free because I defended myself. And Kazuma is supposedly, was supposedly the best lawyer at the academy, at the school, and he got basically what's the word I'm looking for? He gets to study abroad in England, but yeah, he got a permission to study abroad in England, which at the time England is leading the world in culture and technology and laws and stuff. So Japan wanted to send some students to go to London to learn their ways in court and blah 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 blah, and bring it back to Japan. My character wasn't chosen because he's not all that smart, but he's learning. So Cosmo was like, after the trial, Cosmo was like, you should really come to England with me. But of course I wasn't supposed to go. So basically in episode 2, as you can see, he snuck me on board and was killed somehow, and I'm getting framed for it. So I'm getting framed for another murder that I didn't do, and now I'm about to defend myself again. That's basically a summary of everything that's going on for the most part. I vaguely remembered. That's a summary without saying, without going like back and watching my Ace Attorney, the first half of the game that I played already, that I have on YouTube. It's not on Twitch, it's on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, if you want to, you can go back and go on my YouTube and watch the first episode of the game, because I'm on the second episode, so you can be a little less confused about what's going on. You don't have to, but that's basically a summary of what's happening so far. Drink some more water while I still got a chance. I hope that kind of helped. I wasn't very good at explaining what was going on, but I hope that kind of helped. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. ... So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No. Alright. Like, anything else? There's just two more things. I gotta check this wall and then talk to Herlock Sholmes, or whatever his name is. Saiji? I feel like I've said that wrong. Don't butcher me in the... Don't judge me in the chat about if I said that wrong. The Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Cosmo. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? ... Even though you stowed away on the ship? ... Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Alright, now I can talk to fake Sherlock Holmes over here. Excuse me. Dot dot dot. Excuse me. Do you have a moment? Shh. What voice should I give Sherlock Holmes? I heard his voice, but then I wasn't really paying attention to it. It's been a while since I heard his voice, so I don't even know if I can mimic his voice. I would have to hear it again to try to mimic it. This is a critical point in my investigation. I feel like no, I can't. No, I don't want to. Dot dot dot. I'm gonna just roll with it. I'm just roll with it. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. What the fuck? I didn't even get to read it. What exactly are you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? Dot dot dot. I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have been crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign crimes, you find yourself in the most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How did deduce? What? Oh, but I had a brain fart for a second. How deduce did I know that? Perhaps it was really a most elementary deduction. Of course, fake Sherlock Holmes, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There's no mystery, my dear maiden. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. What? You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And I don't even know what that word is. I don't even sound it out. No, I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm done, chat. Everybody that's watching, I'm dumb. I'm not that smart. I don't know big words. And when whatever that word is, occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Dot dot dot. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't see even one person who fits the bill. Dot dot dot. So it's true. It was you who did this to Cosmo-sama. What? And And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen. Oh, well, I'm getting flipped. I like how she did. I'm not even Russian. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Save. Oh no, I didn't get saved. I didn't have to save. I get that was a saving point. What time is it? Okay, I could play for like a little bit longer. Yeah. Or I could play up to a save point. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying that you were just saying the first thing that came to your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign claims, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes. 100% ship guy killed. Who, him? Or what ship guy? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it. You see? What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in these handcuffs. Oh, the Russian looking one. Oh, the guy that was sitting in the corner that I talked to that didn't want to talk to me. This ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, and obviously, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certainty. And more often than not, I'm right. Ha. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The infamous Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna end up saying Sherlock Holmes like 20 times. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same, the actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world, Naruhodo-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? He pulled it. I don't even want to answer that question, where he pulled that pipe from. He must have been, we must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? I don't think there's going to be a save spot anytime soon, and I'm fine with that. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? We gonna ask this man again, name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. I said I didn't even do his accent. Ah, I see. You're German. Herlock. Herlock, was it? We ain't gonna talk about how no one bathed yet. No. No. I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes. You can read all my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rants magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventure of Sherlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in the series of short stories then? Indeed I am. Oh, so he's fake. And you read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective. Yeah, that's what I figured. Make no mistake, I am not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in a magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Wilson. Presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Oh, from the first one? I mean, for the first chapter? Are we talking about the same Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. No, it's fine. Take care of your work. I don't mind you being in and out. It's fine. I appreciate you stopping by all the same. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. Take your time. No rush, Sloppy. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. In the trained logical and I butchered that word, makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Sherlock Sholmes. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It is none other than the greatest detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Cosmo-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, lucky for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Or really? Two facts, you say? Uh-oh. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna play until they get to a save point. Mr. Holmes, please tell us please, what two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah yes, but first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand. Well, what were they? Allow me to allude. I don't even think that was that word. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Holmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Whatever that says in Russian. Oh. This is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Cosmo-sama could have left the dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Cosmo was Russian, was he? What was that? Dude, why do I keep hearing big banging noises behind me? Initially, I considered wardrobe may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Garde, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe. There at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, the outfit is traditional dress of the Russian people. Come on, they're both so... Yeah, she gives me all Maya, not Mia, but Maya. Definitely Maya vibes. She definitely gives me Maya vibes from the first game, not Mia. Our school uniforms are traditionally dressed Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea. And I had no idea that a detective would get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes. Thank you. Photograph has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining the train of reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian? Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. And now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, "Revolutionary something in Russian flees Russia via something else." Oh, Shanghai? Was that word? This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday. And last night, the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosmo a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes had concluded he was Russian because of what Cosmo-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of his crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, whatever his name is in Russian. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fierce revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your prayers as well. Please. And, I might add, your name does not appear on this ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Ah, yes. Your journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those peculiarities in this article. The deeds the man have perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Ugh, gross. Yes, everything about this revolutionary was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? I wonder. And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated in this article. Is recently, whatever his name is recently returned after a period of activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is that anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself. A little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages. Oh shit, I accidentally pressed A. Oh well. And you may find the article on the back of the page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret it. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Alright, why not take a look at it? Screw it. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with the official Russian revolutionary. It reads, revolutionary blah 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 flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see this man speared with his own eyes never leave to tell the tale. Oh my goodness, he is fearsome. Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The situation is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he needs to shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, hello. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. Nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, don't you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Ugh! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the something of Russian ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina? Nikolina Provilva. I'm not even going to attempt to say Nikolina. Nikolina? I'm assuming that's what that says. I may be wrong. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the young woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some $20,000, whatever that said. Oh, how much is 20,000 something, whatever that says? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Sasato's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the ballet. It would seem the director is besides herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pravola? I'm not even going to just try to. I'm going to stop attempting to say her last name. And the value tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russians' doing. I'm not even going to dignify that with the response, not Miss Naruhodo. The article about the bread reader has been entered into the court record. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Last one. Before we started talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see the victim was engaging in penning some text. London diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps remove before the act of reading. You mean you read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what Sasato takedown is. ... If she's not gonna do it to you, that's Sasato-san. Are you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Oh, that's not fair. He gets special treatment and I get flipped because I was about to read it. Well, life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author was cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise to the details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, Mikado, Nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was this? So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I am very much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grate, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining room or adjoining cabin. I said room. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Cosmo has been entered into the court record. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I'm still too long, the ceaselessly take hold. Oh, I suppose you're not thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exfoliation. So yes, I intend to investigate henceforth. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we can go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter, no? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was a culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as a culprit at any point. ... You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I heard you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. This man. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, just having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? Huh? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? Why I get flipped? After Cosmo-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigating to finish off in this here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for our chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that it? Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir? Yes. What can I do for you? Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. Dot, dot, dot. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Yep. It is. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy your avocado work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes. And why are you dressed why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Dot dot dot. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as his bodyguard. It was the Minister of Justice Goku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Cosmo-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jingoku said we should be prepared at all be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously we couldn't give Kazuma-san a visible security escort, which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here inside his own cabin, not here on the first deck. ... I failed miserably at my assignment, and Kazuma-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything I can do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes. So we need to be allowed out of this cabin. ... I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. ... Would it be possible to give me something to work with? Do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. ... There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you're in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select present panel, then choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give me a valid reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Yeah, okay. That part I know. I was gonna say this, but it's not like a attorney bin, so I can't just use it. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote what looked like something what look like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. If we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckle band was. ... Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes. As long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove the handcuffs though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Cosmo-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then Naruhodo-san. Just select move and then remove the cabin at last. Phew, I'm finally out of the cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than it would have been than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Cosmo-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put in the first class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation and steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs? Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to a ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it here. I have work early in the morning, so I think I'm gonna call it here. This is actually a good place to stop. I was gonna keep going until it said I could autosave, but it's taking a while for it to say, do you want to save here? Yeah, it's taking a while for it to say that, so I'm gonna end it here. Save. Whew. All right. I kind of fumbled my way through that. A bit of those lines I kind of fumbled my way through. But all in all, it's getting. I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt about my home. The homie Cosma. They really killed the homie Cosma on the second episode. That's that hurt. That hurt. But thank you everybody for stopping by. Actually, let me turn back on the music before I do my little outro or whatever. Let me turn back on the music. Boom. But yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for everybody who came into the chat to talk to me. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to come watch. If you haven't already, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitch at That Quiet Storm. I also have Instagram at That Quiet Storm, That Quiet Storm _ at the end. We also have a Discord. If you want to try to get in the Discord, just ask and I'll give you my information. I'll send you an invite. It's also in the description. I just remembered that I have the Discord link in the description. If you look in the description, the Discord is right there. Shout out to GameChops for always providing background music for me on your lives. I really appreciate you guys giving out music to streamers for fair use. Even though sometimes I still get copyrighted strike, but there's only one song on the playlist that really gives me a copyright claim, not a strike, but a claim. Yeah. Until next time, this has been That Quiet Storm, the Night Storm Nation. I'll see you later.